Ask a dozen podcasters to define success, and you'll get a dozen answers. But I think they all have a common thread, a thread available to every podcaster that, when pulled, keeps them in the game. Hello and welcome to another Podcast Pontifications with me, Evo Terra. Weird question. Are you watching Ted Lasso? I know this is a show about podcasting, but I'm rewatching Ted Lasso. I watched it originally. I'm on round 2 now, and let me tell you, it is every bit as good the second time around. If you haven't tried out Ted Lasso, it's on Apple TV. You should totally get a copy of Ted Lasso. It's amazing. Now, there's a line in the series where Ted tells a reporter something that sounds really dumb to say to a reporter. He says that success for him as a coach or a manager isn't about wins or losses. And, of course, there's more to that story. So what I want to do today is take that same idea, not being about wins and losses, not being about success. At least that's not how we define success. I want to refactor that to have a bit of a chat about podcasting that I think might help you. Because to me, success as a podcaster isn't about having a big podcast. It's about being proud of you as a podcaster and your podcast itself. So my question to you today is, are you proud of yourself as a podcaster and of you are you proud of the podcast you have? Now, by the way, for my religious friends out there, screw the deadly sin crap, okay? Ignore that for a minute. Deal with that Sunday. Right now, you're making content. You're putting out content into the world. You're putting yourself into the world. And as much as I avoid the word should in my vocabulary, listen, you should be proud of the work that you do. And if you're not proud of what you're doing right now as a podcaster, you should be, yes, there I go again, you should be working on that pride. You should be working on the things you're doing so that you can make yourself proud of them at some time in the future. Pride is it's a tricky thing. It's an overused word, I think, honestly. I mean, we're supposed to be proud of the states we were born in or the country we were born in. I had no control over that. But we can take control over the pride we have in ourselves as podcasters and of the podcasts we produce. That's something we have control over. That's really all I'm trying to say to you today. You know, with all the churn, uncertainty, doubt we're seeing right now in podcasting, which we can't control. What we can control, what we should, there's that word again, control, is the pride we have, the making of content so that we are proud of the work that we're done, that we are doing, and the work that we're going to do in the future. And listen, does pride equal money? No. Look, money is going to flow into podcasting the way money flows into podcasting, but I implore you, if possible, do not let that define success for you. Same thing for attention, audience size. Look, attention is always, I'm sorry to say this, but attention is always going to be disproportionately allocated to big podcasters who say oftentimes ignorant things. And yeah, that's unfortunate, but there is nothing we can do about that. We can't control that. What we can control is how proud we are of the shows we make, the efforts we put into making those podcasts and those episodes, and how that effort changes us as people even when we're not sitting behind a microphone. Never forget that. Never forget that. We should be able to take control of the pride we feel in ourselves as podcasters, even outside of podcasting. Thanks for that, Ted. Now, if you know a podcaster who needs to be reminded of this, please forward this to them, because I think time to time we all need reminded of this. And if you wish to show me your appreciation for reminding you of this again, please go to buymeacoffee.com/evoterra. That's it. I shall be back tomorrow with yet another podcast pontifications. Cheers!